Please elaborate on how conservatives often misinterpret the turn the other cheek principle.
Ooh, Gerald, this is right in your wheelhouse.
Yes, I actually wrote about this one time. So everybody thinks Jesus was turning the other cheek just to say, hey, here, hit me on the other cheek. And it's like, okay, well, he said to be harmless as a dove, but wise as a serpent. So there's some wisdom behind this too. So if you're ruling over somebody and you're dominating them, you backhand them, right? That's the backhand, right? So if I backhand Steven right now from where I am, his face goes a certain direction.
You got to keep your pimp hand straight.
Right? Now, my left hand is an unclean hand, and so I'm not going to use that to do anything with, even to hit somebody with. It just really wasn't done a whole lot.
Well, because of Middle Eastern culture, and they
so
wipe with their left hand. So their hand, you shake their left hand, you're squeezing the Charmin.
That's right. Right. So play this out. If I backhand you in your face, if I use my right hand to backhand you, and then you turn your cheek the other way, the only thing that I can do is slap you or punch you. Right, because I can't backhand your cheek when it's facing that way, right? And essentially what you're doing is demanding that if you're going to abuse me, at least treat me as an equal.
Right.
Punching somebody was an equal. Slapping somebody was an equal. Backhanding somebody was you're beneath me.
Right.
And so there's some wisdom to that. Like you're saying that Jesus was saying, we'll just take a beating.
No.
And there's something to be said for Jesus saying, look, remember what the fight really is. The fight isn't about the here and now. You're going to have difficulties here and now.
Right.
That's different. He also said, grab a sword to his disciples at the end. Like, make sure you have those. If you sell your tunic, fine, get a sword. But he isn't saying take a beating every time. He's saying be wise in how you do that.
Well, I also did some more research on this after you had talked about it, because I had a pastor a while ago tell me about how this was really more in a shortened version, the abridged version. He said it's more of a challenge.
Yeah.
He said when you're talking about turning the other cheek. And then we did our Bible study, and you talked about sort of the backhand history. And then I also read some more, not just interpretations of the text, but also the level of difference between a backhand and between an open-handed slap or a punch.
Yeah.
And that's almost saying, a big part of this, one could argue, is the Bible is saying, make sure that you know if it is a fight. In other words, a backhand, all right, disrespect, you let them, okay, if we're going to do this, then make sure that you agree we do this. And again, that sort of goes against this idea, well, it speaks out against the idea of bullying, or like we've talked about, someone being dishonest. You can't have a conversation based on a lie. You can't have a conversation based on terminology that changes with gender. That's saying establish the terms. When it's, okay, backhand, all right, I'll let you have that one. You're going to front hand because then we know. Then I'm going full hand. You're going to punch me? Then the Bible doesn't say, oh, don't punch back. It doesn't say turn the other cheek and it's over.
Right.
And when you understand what turn the other cheek means, it's set the terms.
Right. And it never says not to defend yourself either.
It never does.
I mean, there are times and places, and again, it says, look, just remember what the main goal is. Don't try to go after everybody who comes after you, because that's not necessarily going to be the way that you win people over for Christ.
Right.
Understand that you've got a bigger mandate than protecting your cheek.
Right.
Watch Louder with Crowder live, Monday through Thursday, 10 a.m. Eastern.